Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys some tips and tricks ready for Season 6 to help you guys win every single time in Season 6. Now, Fortnite is getting more difficult every single day. From what I know, I play this game all the time, and I have been getting worse and worse, technically. But I still have some amazing tips and tricks for you guys to help you get them wins every single time. Now, I've been getting a few wins recently. Yesterday, I actually backed up a total of 6 wins, which was absolutely awesome. And if you guys are new to the channel, do remember to enter my giveaway down below. So this gameplay was recorded in Season 5. We're currently running with the cube on the lake. Who knows what's going to happen in Season 6, but I can't wait. Whenever you're watching this video, these tips will still apply to whatever game mode you are playing. So one thing I like to do on my solo games is actually take advantage of what's going on in the map. So for example, in this game right now, I took advantage of the cube. The other things you can take advantage of, for example, in previous seasons, you could have took advantage of Dusty Divot with the actual hot rocks and stuff like that. And a lot of people do go here, and this one to me feels like the easiest if you've got good aim to get good kills. I personally landed here and knew that I have decent aim. I haven't got the best aim, but I've got decent aim, and I'll be able to get a bunch of kills without actually having some crazy build fights. Now, build fights is where you can get easy losses. If you consistently have mad build fights every single fight, you are going to lose a lot more games unless you are a super builder. And for me, I'm not a super builder, and the majority of players out there aren't super builders, so that applies to you. Again, these tips and tricks and stuff only really apply to kind of the medium standard players like myself. If you class yourself as a professional Fortnite player, these tips and tricks probably don't apply to you. So on the cube, on the lake, shall we say, the bouncy lake, the bouncy castle as I like to call it, you can't actually zoom in. So you have to use hip fire to take out these opponents, but when they land, I simply aim for the head in that situation. And knowing that if I was aiming for the head, I had more chance of killing him, and I managed to hit a few shots on his head, luckily. Obviously, you don't know if the bullets are going to hit or not. That's completely random. As long as you're aiming on target, it's completely random if the bullets are actually going to hit. I had to aim for the head because if I didn't aim for the head in that situation, I knew I would have lost. So here what I've done is I've positioned myself in a good position, knowing that that guy was over there. I had a good chance to get myself medkitted up because he didn't actually have the angle to shoot me. That's something you guys can do if you don't have the materials to spare to build around you, or maybe you're in a section where you can't build. Try and get yourself in an angle where the opponent you're fighting against can't see you. Now there's always that chance of being sniped from someone else, and if that does happen, just let it happen and you've lost the game and simply search into another battle royale. But for this one, I actually did it pretty well and decided not to actually get shot, and I didn't actually build. I got in a good position and I managed to survive my way through it, so it worked out really well. And here you can just see me going in for fights with these people. They're kind of having crazy build fights, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't really want to get involved in these build fights. To be honest, I'm the sort of person recently who hasn't really been doing too much building in Fortnite. I love doing it when I want to, but recently I've been playing a lot of Save the World and stuff, so building to me is kind of just off the line at the minute. I just like to play for fun, and it's the way I've been playing recently, and it's the way I think Fortnite personally should be. Again, that's a debate that we could have an entire new video on, debating about the aspect of Fortnite being kind of that creative element of, is it really worth building all the time, and should they have building and stuff like that. But I know a lot of people that I've played with have actually kind of gone away from Fortnite for a bit because the building has got so extreme. So that's why I'm trying to give you guys some tips and tricks without being able to build like a pro 100%, because a lot of you guys can't do it, and even myself, I admit I can't do it. I can't do it to that extreme level to be able to compete with the top players. I can do it well, but not extremely. But yeah, this is what I'm doing here in this gameplay. I'm simply lining myself up with easy shots, getting the opportunity, picking the right weapon to take out the enemies in the right positions. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the lake as an advantage, getting that hip fires on, switching between my AR and shotgun, trying to hit the opponents. I'm just speeding up the gameplay here because it's a very long game. This game was a total of 22 minutes, which is absolutely extremely long. I didn't want to make a 22-minute video at all. It would have been extremely boring, so I'm trying to speed it up in sections where I can, and trying to show you guys sections that are important. So in this position now, I'm thinking I've got 4 kills. There's only 24 players left. I'm still at loot late, luckily, because of the circle. I can now line myself up to get an easy kill. Now that kill there was an easy kill at the actual vending machine because the guy was just camping there. But now I know 4 kills, 24 players. I was thinking to myself, you know what, Pat, you've actually got a chance of winning this victory, and it's possible to win. So I was in a position where I had a decent amount of mats. I wasn't grinding materials, and then I see someone over there by that hut. Now I could tell this player was a decent player. He looks like the sort of player who's going to build like crazy. So I got myself in the position to be able to, well, to be ready to take this guy out. Again, using my environment to the advantage, he tries building. I glitch into his things. I notice I'm in a position now where possibly I could have been trapped. So I simply edit out of that quickly, and he's still up there building away. So what I'm doing is I'm using the cube to my advantage to bounce up to his structures, using my AR to blast through his structures. You can see there, I hit a shotgun shot on him, another shotgun shot, 9 damage unfortunately, and then the final one there goes for the head. I took the advantage with the height and take him, well, basically took him out extremely easily, which I did not expect to happen at all. That player was a decent player. He wasn't a super player, but he was probably maybe better than me in some situations, and I managed to outbuild him. So I did pretty well there to take him out, and it worked out pretty well. So moving on, again in the lake, another player comes to me. We're now 16 players in, and there's people still crossing the lake, and simply all I'm doing is eliminating people crossing this environmental aspect, whatever you want to call it. So if you guys are in a different season, maybe season 6, season 7, and the environment has changed in a certain area, take advantage of that, because people will always come to it because they want to check it out, and you can go for high kill games in it, like this game here. You can clearly see I've got a bunch of kills just from chilling at loot lake, taking people out of my weapons. I'm now in a position where I can get like no scopes with this. I know that you can't zoom in on the lake, so I'm getting myself in perfect positions to be able to get no scopes with this weapon. He tries to hit me with that shotgun that could have been deadly if it hit me in the head, but it didn't. Then I get my AR out, I absolutely spray the guy down and manage to get kills, and I also build as well quickly there. So speeding up the gameplay again, while we quickly loot his loot up, we can actually move on to the next section of the game where I see a porta fortress. Now at this point I was thinking, you know, maybe we could take advantage of that porta fortress and get up there. So I quickly build up to the porta fortress, and I noticed there's one guy here jumping straight off with his jump pad. So he's actually legged it from me, which is extremely weird to run away, but he decided to. I know I had the height already, and I was thinking, you know, I could easily boost in and go like close quarters with this guy, but I wanted to keep the height. So simply what I was doing, I just keep moving and keep suppressing with my scars. Now that's quite a bad strategy really, rather than peeking, but I knew I'd be able to take him out pretty quickly, and if I did get sniped, I'd just take it as an L. But other than that, I did pretty well there to take that guy out because he decided to run. I think he was a little bit of a newbie player. I'm not 100% sure there, but he didn't really know what he was doing. I don't know why he decided to run from that. Maybe he just didn't hear me coming. I'm not too sure. So in this position now, I could hear someone inside the shop, but I didn't want to rush the shop because I wasn't feeling the close quarter combat at the minute. I've been doing a lot of long range kills in this game, so I didn't want to go close quarters, and I didn't want to lose my 7 kill game. So I just stayed above the divot, kept moving around, looking around for players. I knew the guy was down below because I could hear his footsteps, and I'm simply just waiting for this guy to exit the divot and then take him out. I was trying to get a position where I could see him, I could hear him, but I just couldn't see him. So I didn't want to risk like my life running in there, maybe getting trap killed, and I can see that guy in the distance over there. I knew there was a guy over there, so I just kept moving around, trying to position myself ready to take this guy out as soon as he comes out. I'm just simply waiting for him to pop out. I can hear him. I just didn't want to risk it, you know. In these positions where there's 9 people left, you got 7 kills, you don't really want to like be risking crazy stuff if you desperately want to get the win. Obviously, if you get to this position every single game, yeah, but to be honest, waiting 20 minutes every single game for this position really isn't worth it. This is probably about 15 minutes into the game actually, without being sped up, so it's kind of frustrating. But if you die at this position, I feel like I've wasted time. So what I did is I just camped around. I see the guy down there. He doesn't really know where I am. I got 2 shots on him easy with the shotgun. I know I'm getting shot from another position, but I'm alright. And I can simply get another shotgun shot off. And still 3 shotgun shots, and the guy's not dead. The storm's there. I just finish him off quickly with the shotgun and keep moving out of there as fast as I can. Then I see the other guy up there. I suppress him with 2 shots to kind of tell him I'm coming for him. And he's there thinking this guy is moving towards me. I'm just simply using a quick ramp push to push this guy. I see a porta fortress, drop it for my, I don't know why I chose to drop it for my SMG. I just felt like I was doing well with the shotgun this game. Usually I'd keep an SMG, and another porta fortress there. I wasn't too sure if I could stack them at this point. Obviously you can't. So what I decided to do is launch one porta fortress just in case the circle goes there in the future, and then I pick up the other. So that's something you can do. Pretty good idea, because what I did is I launched this porta fortress and used it to my advantage to get inside of it. And I do like these porta fortresses. The downside is there's kind of like a big cone in it, and people can come from any angle. So what I decided to do was build myself a little kind of corner piece here, just in case anyone did build up to the porta fortress, so I'd have my own little section, and then I can see the entire map. So now being in this position, I simply was just scouting around, looking for enemies. I can see that guy over there in the distance. I spray a little bit at him to tell him I'm here. Decided to use my suppressed one. Accidentally shot my golden scar, which I wish I didn't, because it may have given my position away. But from where we are right now, there are 5 enemies remaining. I've got 8 kills, and I'm in a pretty good position because I've got the height and the circle is only just there in front of me. Now bear in mind I can jump down from this portal fort any moment using that huge leap effect from the jump pads, which is absolutely awesome. Now only being 4 opponents left, I'm running on 8 kills and I'm doing pretty well. So what I'm doing here is I'm positioning myself ready for the next circle. Now obviously my positioning isn't perfect, I could be inside the next circle using that portal fort, but I've still got 55 seconds left until I move into that circle. So let's speed up the gameplay a little bit. So I've sped the gameplay up to about 1.5%, not too much. Definitely does look like my Scar's shooting a lot faster, but it's just to get through this section here because I don't actually get a kill straight away. So I'm in a position here where there's that guy over there, I'm just spraying at him, I'm getting the right angles, I'm looking around for snipers, making sure I've got the right area, and the storm is slowly ticking in. He's building and taking advantage of that hill. I obviously could be suppressing him while he's building that, but I just didn't want to risk it. But luckily my legendary portal fort was there. I noticed I'm being shot, I tried heading out, it didn't work, the editing. I used the bounce pad there to build up straight to my next portal fort. I get shot from the left there, which I didn't really want to happen, but it's alright. I managed to build into the portal fort quickly and get up here really easy. See, what I do is I position myself here, use my potion seer, lock that down there and get straight up, put a little thing on it, and then what I do here is I'm looking out for the guy, and I didn't really feel very confident where I was because I didn't know where the guy went. So I decided to kind of think, you know, this portal fort is a really good portal fortress. It's made out of metal, it's a really strong structure. Generally it's probably not going to get shot down very easily unless you've got a lot of explosives. So I know I'm in a very good position to be able to take advantage of that. So I looked inside of here and thought, can I actually go inside of here? And yes, you could. So I thought, I'm going in there. So I decided to build a door on this bit here and actually go inside of here and just chilling here for a bit, just to kind of reduce the pace because I knew there was a guy over there. I just didn't want anything to happen. So what I did there is I edited it so I could see through for a bit. I could see the guy up there. I don't know what he was thinking when I edited that, but I just decided to. And then I got shot down, unfortunately, and then the guy was here. I didn't get any shots off at him, which was really unfortunate. But I just keep moving around. I just keep moving and get back on top of my portal fort, take advantage of the jump pad and escape from that situation. Now, luckily, the chances of this, guys, was actually planned by me, but I didn't expect it to happen. My portal fortress that I placed earlier, the first one I placed rather than the second one, that I said that I was going to place it just in case the storm goes back to it, and it happens to be that the storm is going back to that portal fortress. So I knew that that portal fortress was there, I took advantage of it, and I know that it's going to open up again, so I started to make my way that direction. Now, I could get shot at any point from where we are right now, so I'm positioning myself just in case that does happen. And the guy, who I actually do go and kill now, is just down here. He was the guy actually fighting me. He doesn't realize I've gone behind him. He was only on 1 shot left, and for some reason, I don't know why he wasn't healing up. Maybe he didn't have any heals, and I just took him out dead easily with 1 bullet of my suppressed scar, sorry. So now we're in a position where there's only 3 enemies left. There's a guy shooting me that way with a minigun. I decided to rush in for this guy's loot to see what he had, mainly for the jump pads, to be fair, because I really wanted them to get back into the circle. I saw the jump pads from up there, and I thought, yes, he didn't have any heals. I take the SMG just in case I need it. Nice little blue shotgun upgrade there as well, and we can use the jump pads to get out of here really easy. I decided to select them on here because I was just having issues with my X button, and then I'm in a position now where I can place that jump pad down there, jump on it straight away, and get straight up to here. Knowing that my portal fortress was opening up, I was in a position now to get in my giant fort and getting an awesome location ready for the end. Now, we didn't know where the last circle was going to go. I decided to push this guy a little bit here, but I just was having no luck. There's still, again, 3 enemies left. So what I do here is I decide to fall back to my portal fortress. Hopefully I didn't get sniped at this position, and I managed to make it up here. What was really cool about this is I'm now in a position where I basically have height advantage on everyone. The portal fortress itself is in a great location, and unfortunately the circle does decide to end at the other side. But I know where both the enemies are. I've got one to my left around northeast, and I've got one bang on at east, so they're both just there, and I'm just simply suppressing them, keeping my eye out just in case one gets a sniper out, hoping to get the kill through these structures. It's not really happening, and he's trying to reinforce them as much as he can, but I'm in a position where I can just keep peeking from random angles, getting a few shots off, and getting that kill if possible. But obviously right now it's not happening. I'm shooting at him, but unfortunately he's just got so many materials. He's just defending all my bullets, which is fair enough. But we've only got 14 seconds left, and we can move into the circle if required. Again, we're suppressing the guy down as much as we can. We've got the jump pads if we need them as well to get that little boost into the circle. I'm a little bit nervous about moving straight into the circle though, because that guy there could be waiting for me as I move in. So I've got to be careful of that. I don't use the jump pads. I decided to run down the ramp, take advantage of this next ramp where he doesn't know I'm I'm here. He still probably thinks I'm in the fort. I take a few shots off. He tries building a window, but this storm is doing extreme damage to me. Absolutely crazy. My controller batteries are low as well, so that in this position now, that storm absolutely wrecked me. I got shot by a few bullets. I just decided to build my way to safety. Them two are fighting. I didn't want to get into the storm, so I have to keep running as much as I can. I decided to build up here. That guy is moving as well. The storm is moving so quickly. I kind of build around, and the guy kind of gets stuck in the building, and the structure's there. And luckily, because of my good building skills in that position, I managed to get an easy win, and I was so surprised that I got the win there. It looks like the guy was trying to heal up or something. He just couldn't build his way out of that weird structure. So it was a lucky win really down to the end of the building, but I did manage to get the height there at the end, ready to take the guy out with the shotgun if needed, and I would have probably easily got the kill either with the shotgun or the SMG. So I hope them tips and tricks have helped you out with Season 6. Again, it did apply to Season 5, the gameplay, but you can apply them tips and tricks to any season you're watching this video. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed Fortnite recently. I've been struggling to get wins recently. I got a bunch the other day, like I was saying, but not like crazy amount. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and once again, this is Postbox Pat, signing out.